Alright, and hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and here we are, guys. Welcome to the said reverse castle here in Symphony of the Night. And not only did we go and unlock with the reverse said castle, but we also did go and get some special items from the librarian by using the gravity boots. So we do have the Ring of Arcana, which that should help us out a little bit, because there is a certain item that I do need to go and pick up known as the Chrysogrim. I believe that is the highest of the type of one-handed swords that we can actually go and find within the game here. And it is going to be a little bit of a tough type of time to go and find one of those, because the Smooths actually have a very hard type of drop rate, so having a Ring of Arcana should help out a little bit. I also did get to hear that there is another type of way to get some more luck stats, and that's by actually having most of Alucard's attire. So far we only do have just with Alucard's shield and Alucard's armor at this point in time, basically back from the original type of castle that we went through. But now we also have to go and search for the Alucard sword, which that is only here directly in the reverse castle. And here is one of the special type of items that we have to go and find within the reverse castle. This is going to be known as the Ring of Vlad. There is going to be, I want to say, 5 of these special main items that we have to go through, and I want to say 5 of them do have, I think each of them have their own particular type of boss. One of them is going to have with death, which I'm pretty certain, I think, speaking about with the Alucard sword, is once you actually do go and battle out with death, I'm pretty certain that you will be able to find that sword. And if you do have all the attire together, your luck stat will actually be boosted up a little bit. So if you do want to go and find that said very hard type of sword, and it is one of the most broken type of swords in the game, you can go ahead and do that if you want. But we're going to go and head through this little back way here. You guys may probably remember we've done this before back in the original said castle. And just like how the original Dracula castle was, heading through this type of way of the clock tower, there is going to be another type of life upgrade and another one of those said max heart upgrades as well. But however, this time around, we are going to have to be facing off with more of these type of said cloak knights that are going to be showing up within our way of the clock tower. And this place can get very brutal. So you want to make sure that you at least have a little bit of some good type of health as you go around over here, because these cloak knights are basically a little bit more annoying compared to those type of said Valkyries that we originally went and saw before here in the clock tower. And let me tell you, I had a little bit of some problems trying to go and cut across through this type of way from before, but at least the good thing is now is that we're already finally out of that area, and we can go and try to search for some other type of other said goodies. Now, we are going to have to do this in the opposite way, so there is going to be some items, I think, up in the upper top part compared to the way of how it was, I think, around within the bottom portion of there. So we got another type of good sword. Alright, now we're just going to do some other type of exploring, and there is going to be a save point. So our save point originally before was a little bit up on the upper top part here of the outer tower, but instead it's actually going to be located in the bottom portion now. So very nice. Kind of gives us a little bit of a nice, good, easy type of save point so that we can make sure to heal ourselves up. Oh, and here's also a teleporter if we ever do need to go and head back into some places. I know that we'll probably find another one at some point here. And welcome to the Forbidden Library. This is actually known as the Long Library in the original castle, but there is going to be some new enemies here, such as with the Shmoos and also with a lion as well. Now, these type of guys here with these Shmoos, well, if you do have the Ring of Arcana with you, you could just go and kind of just spend your time and just kind of just grind up and see what happens around over there if you actually do get the said item or not. But also too, these guys are also perfect for actual level ups as well. So if you ever do need some type of level ups within your journey, which I went and did, we actually do have around 318 HP now compared to our original 200 and something odd around within there from before. So happy around that we're somewhat getting our HP boosted up a little bit better, because these guys do pack a punch. Let me tell you, here in the reverse castle, these guys are a lot more ruthless than how some of these other enemies were from before, because we are going to be seeing newer type of skeleton creatures. Now, a said type of new skeleton creature are going to be these type of green Hulk looking like guys out here. or I should say mini Hulk guys. But these dudes are a little bit more crazy because, however, these type of green skeletons that will be showing up here in just a little bit will actually have some sort of special, I want to say, hyper beam type of tactic around, and they actually hurt a lot of damage. I think it does like about like 100 and something odd amount of damage just towards to you if you're not careful. So be very much cautious around over here, because there is some extra goodies that we could go find if we do go and knock out on some of these type of weird mini Hulk dudes with these hyper beam attacks out here. These Nova Skeletons, as they like to be called here. So let's just go and make sure that we get ourselves with another heart maxed up. So very nice. And we're just going to cut across through here. You guys may probably remember this area. This is where we actually found some hidden items from the last time. But however, we did come across with a dim sum set instead of, I think it was like a pot roast the last time. But I don't know if there's any type of other hidden goodies like how the original castle was from there. But however, we're going to go and head through this room now, and this room does repeat over time, so we are going to kind of have to skip through that a little bit. But this room kind of feels a little bit familiar from before. I think if you guys recall, this was an area that did actually lead us to the underground cavern. But however, I think most of these other type of ways that I think that were somewhat blocked originally from before have now actually opened up. Because if you guys remember, everything has been flipped upside down. So most of the things that we haven't really went to with some of those different platform switches that have tried to open up from before, except for the underground cavern that we went and did, they all should be opened so that we can go and do some exploration through here. Such as with this one. So go and cut across through here, and this is where we can get ourselves with the iron ball. I think we already have a second one of those. And this area does like to have a lot of like those type of weird rolling spikes, so we don't really want to go and kind of walk around too much around within here, or else we will be getting ourselves really much injured. Now there is a one of these type of magic seal doors over here. We are going to go and pick up with one of these. This actually does give us a meal ticket, so I think during this time I do actually kind of do some off recording here, and I actually do pick up on quite a bit of different said meal ticket items, and we got ourselves with quite a bit of some food. Now I did get some ramen from those smooths, which they do like to drop some of those there. So we are going to have to go and put back our double type of two-handed weapon out here, which that is going to be with our Flameberg that we got from one of those other type of said Cloak Knights back from the original castle. Yeah, now this is going to be somewhat of a problem here, because this is where we're going to have to battle out with a Nova Skeleton and some of those type of guys that we've been seeing so far within the other type of said outer wall. Yeah, we're almost out of here soon. And since I did go and head off to a retro gaming store, I did go and pick up on some other new games along for my collection, which I'm excited to go and tell you guys about. I just went and picked up with Final Fantasy 3 and also with Magical Star Sign, which I am very much happy about. Since I am a big fan of the JRPG games, I'm very happy that well, for me, I went and found Magical Star Sign. And stay tuned at some point here on the channel, because I will go and do Final Fantasy 3 on the DS as an actual Let's Play series down the road. And here is the said clock tower. Now everything's all upside down, but however, if we go through the middle area, something's going to be a little bit more of a change. I think last time we never really got to see this, but this is where all those different sub items are, and they're all like kind of in these type of said capsules. But if you do go and kind of check around a little bit around within here, you can actually go and find another one of those heart max ups and a said type of life up as well. So we can actually recover most of our HP, since I know that I've been kind of hurting a little bit so far throughout here. But there we go, that's pretty nice. And I'm pretty sure this said type of clock room does work just like how the other said clock room was. So I think if you actually have the clock weapon with you, you could actually go and open up that other side of that area, and we could go and take a little bit of a look-see around. But Anyways, let's just go and keep on heading down through here. Just have to be a little bit more careful of these guys, however. We gotta kind of just make sure that we just somewhat cheese our way throughout there, just so that we don't have to get ourselves attacked by any of those bigger guys. Now, this part can get a little bit tricky too, because we got a whole bunch of enemies down below here. Now, I'm pretty sure these guys will actually turn you to stone, I think, but at least the good thing is that we don't have to really worry about that. And there is going to be a save point over here, so very much of a good thing, and that is how we're going to be able to go and end off with the video for today. So see you guys in the next one, and of course, peace.